Hey, Paul Timman from Sunset Strip Tattoo in Hollywood, California, and I'm here for ACME Studio. I wanted to give you a little tour of the shop, kind of show you what we do here in Hollywood, and after that I will show you how I kind of go through my design process and how it works for me. I'm a little old school and still work with the pencils and colored pencils as opposed to working on the computer, but that's just kind of the way I do things. So come on in, I'll show you around the shop and give you a little tour. So what you're seeing right now is the waiting room and just kind of some of our memorabilia throughout the years and some of the celebrities that we've tattooed. It's kind of what our shop has been known for, a huge amount of celebrity clientele, and that's always been really good for us. But we treat everyone the same, whether you're a rock star or just a regular Joe. Everybody gets the same kind of treatment here and gets a nice tattoo. This is just one of the stations that we all work at. We don't really have our own individual areas, so we kind of flip-flop around where it's needed. This is sort of a drawing station or drawing studio where we get set up to do some of the artwork that we're going to be doing for tattoos, or where we design things for like ACME Studio for the pens and that type of stuff. Back here, just a little more area for more tattoos and computer for doing some research on some ideas. A lot of cool memorabilia, you know, we've got a lot of the stuff on the walls and the bands throughout the years, Guns N' Roses, Motley Crue, LA Guns, a lot of awards we've won. And then back here is sort of some of our books and reference material that we use for our design process in drawing up tattoos for people, and just some other areas to tattoo more people when we get busier and fill up 4 stations at once. It's always nice to have a bunch of machines buzzing at the same time, so it's kind of fun. So when ACME Studio contacted me about doing a pen together and a collaboration, kind of started here at the drawing table for me. We threw some ideas back and forth, and normally how I work is I kind of start with doing some real rough sketches. Getting some things laid out as far as placement and ideas, shape, design, anything along the lines of that. I end up just rough sketching things out. Then when I get the rough sketch picked out, I tend to next go to more of a finished final kind of take on some of the things and go into like a marker rendering, or what I would call like an outline for a tattoo, and sort of play with the once the design is done, I end up getting the final placement mapped out and getting the whole outline done. So once I'm done with that aspect, then it goes over into the coloring process, and that could be a variety of things, and you know, you could color all these things 20 different ways, so it's just a matter of kind of playing with the color renderings and getting some different ideas and designs down for what would look good and what would look good on the pen, what would look good as a tattoo. And that was part of the process for me, is how do I transform tattooing into an everyday object that people are going to be able to use and it's going to look good, because the process of tattooing is so different than the process of printing, especially how these pens are actually printed or fabricated or made was part of the big design dilemma that we had to go through together between ACME Studio and myself. So we did a lot of collaboration back and forth, and we, you know, wound up going with the traditional old school style of tattooing that we thought would work really well for the pen and the business card holder to match. So that's kind of how we did that. So when we finally decided on the actual design and what was going to go on the pen and the business card holder, again, going back to designing it, it was a matter of getting the colors right and getting the placement and how many ideas of tattoos, which ones were going to be on it. So we narrowed it down, and we're pretty happy with the results. You know, this is what the outcome is, so that's basically how we take it from the drawing board and end up with the whole design. So that's where we finished off with it.